Hi, good day everyone. So today we'll be doing January 2025 number 2. This is paper 2. Factorize each of the following algebraic expressions. If you're not seeing it, it's x squared minus 49, which is difference of two squared terms. So when it is the difference of two squared terms, you find the square root of a first squared term, the square root of a second squared term. This is x, this is 7. You have two brackets, one with plus, one with minus, and you're adding and subtracting the square root. The answer that you got when you found the square root. So it'll be x plus 7 and x minus 7. And that is your answer for this. Right, they told you to factorize this. When you're factorizing, you say A, identify A, B, and C. A is 1, B is 2, C is negative 35. Then multiply A by C, AC is 35. Then find your factors of 35, which is 1 and 35. 2 could go into 35, no. 3 could go into 35, no. 4 could go into 35, no. 5 could go into 35, yes. 5 and 7. Alright, yeah. The only number between 5 and 7 is 6, and 6 cannot go into 35. So these are all your factors of 35. Then you ask which pair, so the first pair is 1 and 35, and the next pair is 5 and 7. Would you add or subtract to get B, which is 2? So B could be replaced with 7 minus 5. So now you're going to replace 2x with 7x minus 5x, so it'll be x squared plus 7x minus 5x minus 35. That's x by x plus 7. And then minus 5 by x plus 7. Your brackets must be the same because it's the same. We put it as 1 x plus 7, and the next bracket is going to be what is outside, which is x minus 5. And that is your answer for part B. Hence simplify. So anytime you see the word hence, please note that they're asking you from what the information that you have used before or solved before. How would you solve this? So I have factorize of x squared minus 49 was x plus 7 by x minus 7, and this here x squared plus 2x minus 35 was x plus 7 by x minus 5. We know that this and this will cancel out, so it will convert to x minus 7 over x minus 5, and that is your answer for this right here. Right, they told you, the next question told you, rearrange the formula below to make M the subject. Now, anytime you're making something the subject, usually we will go bad mass, but whenever you're making something the subject, we typically, means not all the time, go backwards on bad mass. That means this will tell us what we have to carry across first. So we're going, is there subtraction? Yes. We don't want M to be negative, so it's going to be S is equals to K minus M squared, carry across minus, which will turn to plus. So it's S plus M squared is equals to K. Is the addition? Yes. You want M by itself, so you're going to carry this across. M squared is equals to K minus S. Is there multiplication? No. Is there division? No. Is there power off? Yes. If I carry this across, M is now going to be the square root of K minus S. And that is how you would make M be subject of the formula. Right, let's read this question here. They said Lisa has $56 to buy a total of no more than 70 red balloons and green balloons for her party. So when you add red and blue, it should be no more than 70. Adding them up, no more than 70, right? Or the cost of them should be less than or equal to 56. She buys more green balloons than red balloons, but buys at least 15 red balloons. Each balloon costs 75 cents and each green balloon costs 50 cents. Let X and Y represent the number of red balloons and the number of green. So, red is X. Red is X. Y is green. So first off, if I were to add X, which is now my number of red balloons, plus my number of green balloons, it should be no more than, meaning it is less than or equal to 70. It's the first inequality. Right? Then when we look at the cost for all the red balloons, it would be 0.75 by x would be the cost of all the red balloons, plus 0.50 by y would be the cost of all your green balloons, and it should be less than or equal to $56. Why less than? Because you have $56. Obviously you can't spend more than what you have, right? That you don't have, sorry. So we use from the first line, these are your two things that we have gotten. Alright, they tell you write two inequalities, but I'm gonna write all the inequalities. They said she buys more more green than red. So y is more than x. So green balloons is more than red balloons, but must buy at least 15. So for the least amount, it has to be 15 red balloons. So red is x. So x should be more than or equal to 15. The least amount is 15, so there is more than. So it could be equal to 15 or more than 15. Right? And these are all the inequalities that you would get from the information given. Up to you which one you want to do. Yeah. Right? Okay, let's look at this one here. They said given that y is inversely proportional to x minus 2, so y is not directly proportional to but inversely proportional to. So the y, you put your proportion sign, because it's inversely proportional to, it is going to be k by 1 over x minus 2. Right? This is how we do the inversely proportional. K is your constant. Right? So now let's see what they say. When x is 11, y is 9. So let's put that in. So this would be y is equal to k over x minus 2. Alright, so let's put it. So what is y? Y is 9. Oh, sorry, guys, this k not supposed to be here. When you're doing the proportion sign, it will look like this. Now, when you have to convert that inversely proportional to with an equal sign, you change your proportion to equal and you multiply what it is inversely proportional to, whether it's inversely or directly proportional to, you multiply it by k. So k multiplied by 1 over x minus 2 would be k over x minus 2. Y is 9 over is equal to 9 is equal to k over 11 minus 2. That is 9 is equals to k over 11 minus 11 minus 9 to 11 is over 9. Right, carry this across, we can see that k is 9 multiplied by 9, which is equals to 81. So my constant is 81. Right, they say find the value for y when x is 29. So y is equals to 81 over x, which is 29 minus 2. So y will be 81 divided by 29 minus is equals to 27. 81 divided by 27 is equals to 3. So y is equals to 3. And that is how you would do this question. Right? And that is the end of January 2025 number 2.